Hey guys, it is the 18th, October 18th, Thursday, October 18th, and today I've decided that I'm going to discuss the topic of bullying in schools, and because I've had some experience in this, arena. Obviously, a lot of people have. And I just wanted to discuss it because I feel like it's a big thing. It's a big issue in schools nowadays, and I'm just gonna give my 2 cents on it. I've been bullied quite a lot in school. Not really recently, but more like in ninth grade. Obviously, there were rumors going around that I was gay, and obviously they ended up being true. But at the time, I myself didn't really know that I was gay, but everybody just assumed that I was. And so I was called things like faggot and queer and gay and stuff like that. And yeah, it's not easy to deal with. It's very, you sort of walk through the hallways with your head down and you're just kind of like, you don't want anybody to communicate with you. And that's kind of how I was in ninth grade. I was very antisocial, didn't want to be around anybody. I had my one close friend and I just stuck with her and didn't, go off into anybody's groups. And obviously over my, high school, the 4 years of high school, that's changed and I've become much more outgoing and much more friendly with people. But at the time, it was pretty bad. I mean, I was very much a loner. I stayed away from everyone, and yeah, and I was made fun of, and I didn't like that, so I just kind of kept to myself. In 10th grade, when I started over the summer, that's when I realized that I was gay. And then in 10th grade, I started gaining more friends. I started, people at my lunch table. We had a great time that year. All of us got really, really close over the course of that year. And I just started talking to a few people more, and not like, I was the most popular kid in school, but, I had some friends, and I'm still friends with them now. So that was 10th grade. And then in 11th grade, I really wanted to start branching out. But the thing was I couldn't because I had BOCES in the afternoon, so I left halfway through the day. And in fact, it's funny because now this year I constantly am getting asked if I am a senior or a junior or whatever. Like, am I a senior? A lot of people thought I graduated already, which is, I've been here all 4 years. But I guess it's because I'm BOCES. Nobody really saw me around much last year. But this year I'm definitely more involved in everything. But the thing with bullying is that it obviously can't be stopped. And as much as people want to say that they want to make laws to ban it and everything like that, you can't help bullying. It's just human nature. Like, people bully other people, and it's mostly what I think is it's mostly the reason that they themselves are, in some way tortured by something, in like their life, like something going on at home, or a death in the family, or a friend that isn't talking to them anymore, or a relationship that's gone to shit, or something like that. It's one of those reasons usually, and then to, make themselves feel better, they take it out on other people. And it's really not right, but that happens, and it sucks that it happens, but it does. And, as much as I am all for a law banning bullying, than the next person, like, I'd love that, but it's just not going to happen. It's not possible. It's not going to happen. Bullying will always be around, and, we can stand up and say how much we want a law like that, but I don't think it's going to happen. The best you can do in a situation like this is just ignore it. You really have to just ignore it. And if you're in my situation where you're gay or you're lesbian or you're bisexual, you should really just sort of like almost be like, yes. Like if they ask you, are you gay? Just be like, yeah. Like, what does your sexual orientation have anything to do with you? Like, as in like personality and stuff like that, It's just sort of stupid like that. But people judge just based on sexual orientation, which is really stupid. I'm going to share a story with you guys of something that happened to me yesterday. And I was really, really ticked off. But I thought I'd share it on my vlog because this is pertaining to bullying. On my way out of the school yesterday, I was stopped by a group of kids, and they asked me if, a certain person in our school has come out recently, and they asked me if I made him gay. Now, first of all, that's just one of the stupidest things I've ever heard, because you can't make someone gay. People are born gay, or born, whatever you are, lesbian, bisexual, transgender. You're born that way. It's not like just something you can turn off and on. And I've said this in my past video, but people just don't seem to understand that concept. I guess everyone just thinks like you can just choose it. So apparently people think that my coming out video has made people want to become gay. I guess that's what they're saying, which is complete bullshit, but I guess that's what they're saying. And it's just so not true. So I did the wrong thing, though. I turned around and I cursed at them and I left. Really, you don't have to, because that's like bringing it down to their level, and I realize that now. But I said it anyway. I didn't really know what to say. They caught me off guard. I wasn't ready, which, you're never really ready for bullying. But you know what I really should have said is, that's impossible, or something like that. I should have said, you can't be made gay. Like, you can't like be influenced by someone else to become gay. That just doesn't work. But regardless, it pissed me off. And yeah, it's just, that's how schools are. It's going to be bullying, and people are going to hate on you. There will always be haters. And, yeah, and that's it. That's it on that. I mean, that's it on the bullying subject, I guess. Just, get through high school. Once you get to college, things will probably be a lot better. In fact, I know they'll be a lot better. Things will get better. It gets better. I mean, I know my coming out video is pretty much saying, like, I want people who are, gay to come out and to, to be proud of who they are. But honestly, if you don't feel comfortable doing that in high school because of all the assholes that are in high school, I completely 100% understand that. I'm very comfortable with myself, and I should be ready for this kind of discrimination and hate against me, because the whole school knows that I'm gay now. Which, I don't care, because I've accepted myself. And there's only a few other people in our school that are that way. But just, if you're not that way, then that's fine. You don't have to just do it just to please the people who are out. If you're not comfortable being out of the closet in high school, that's completely understandable. High school sucks. There's a lot of, assholes in high school. And I completely understand if you don't want to deal with them. I myself don't want to deal with them, but unfortunately, I have to, because there will be assholes everywhere you go. And that's just something that you kind of have to accept, I guess, in life. But for every asshole, there's a really good person that you'll probably meet and be friends with and stuff like that. So just keep those people close and ignore the assholes, because they're not even worth your time. Okay, another thing that I'm starting this week is I'm going to do a weekly suggestion where I suggest you guys check out something or something like that. I don't know, I just sort of came up with it. And if I think something's cool this week or something like that, I'll just suggest it, just, kind of like hey, check this out. My suggestion this week, it was on last night, but American Horror Story Asylum. Oh my god. This show is so freaking amazing. I watched the first season of American Horror Story, and it was absolutely fantastic. And this season looks like it's going to be just as good. The first episode aired on FX last night, and I watched it, and I was, geeking out because it was just so different and cool and creepy and sexy, and it was just an awesome show. And I highly recommend watching it if you haven't watched it already. It's from the creators of Glee. Now, I'm not the biggest Glee fan. I watch it sometimes, mostly for Darren Criss, but But yeah, it's from the creators of them, but don't let that like mislead. If you don't like Glee, like don't let that mislead you. This show is like the exact opposite of Glee. Like it is nothing like Glee. And it's just a really good show, and it's all about, this season's all about an asylum, which is, awesome because asylums are cool and creepy and just insane. So I highly recommend you watch American Horror Story Asylum if you haven't already. So that's my weekly suggestion this week. If you guys have any like questions for me, feel free to ask like in the comments and stuff like that. If there's something you want me to talk about in a video or anything like that, like I'm open to suggestion. I love getting suggestions from people actually. So if you guys want to do that, that's absolutely like fantastic. If you guys want to do that, just let me know. If you want me to talk about any, like I said, talk about a specific subject or anything like that, I'll do the best I can to relate to it and put it into a video. So that's about it for this week, guys. Thanks for tuning in, and have a freaking fabulous day. Love you guys.